Alrighty, hey everyone. So today is Tuesday, 9th of January. And before I start, just check out the scenery. I arrived on Mars. Well, that's a long shadow. So I'm out here in the desert in California. Yeah, and it's quite nice here. I've been here for about 5-6 days. And yeah, so far mostly setting up the camp. But since yesterday we got into more workshops and the kind of stuff that we all came here for, but I'll get back to that in just a second. So yeah, my last video was about 2 weeks ago when I was in New York. So really until I arrived to Mars, I was mostly hanging out with family, working on tiny little projects, but not much to mention, other than one thing which I forgot to mention in my previous video. So which is I had applied to a job, and I got rejected. And my conclusion from that, it was a front-end developer job in a AI startup. And one of my conclusions from this rejection was that my profile, my portfolio, and my resume were maybe not so impressive. And so that was one of the things that convinced me to rethink my portfolio website, and to maybe explore ways to make it shine a little bit better. So that's just one thing I wanted to mention that I forgot to talk about in my previous update. Yeah, so I haven't really made much progress on my portfolio. I did a few little experiments which I'm quite happy about, but so far no final result. And actually, that's one thing that gave me anxiety just a few days before getting to Mars, because I realized, okay, I'm coming to Mars. I'm probably going to be very busy then. And I'm very worried that this little portfolio website enhancement project is just another little experiment or project that never goes anywhere and it gets forgotten. Yeah, so that gave me anxiety, and actually I want to continue working on this here at Mars in the next few days, and actually like get a new version of my portfolio website up and running in the next few weeks, because I think this topic of having a nice, let's say, storefront to what I do, who I am, a nice online storefront, is something that I need and I'm going to continue needing. So might as well do it now. Anyways, and so right, I'm here on Mars. So yeah, as I mentioned, so far we've been mostly occupied with finishing the build, so finishing the structures that you see there, setting up my camp, setting up a little community kitchen, and it's only yesterday, Monday, that we started doing little workshops, introduction workshops on kind of the different topics that will be discussed here. So my reaction to those workshops, or those little demos, has been a little bit overwhelmed and intimidated, especially because like the level seems to be quite high. So in the sense, like, people seem to have really creative ideas, really cool creative ideas, and some if not a lot of people, seem to be quite advanced in their technical skills. So it seems like they're, or some part of me interpreted it as like there's a level and there's a pressure. Now, of course, when I kind of reasoned about it, this is also a really, really good thing, and I'm very happy to have this, because I feel surrounded by people who are better than me on certain things, and people who I can learn from. So if I didn't have this feeling, if I felt like I was the most skilled or creative people here, I would be quite pissed. So, yeah, even though I feel, this kind of like pressure, slight discomfort, I think it's a very positive thing. And then just now, so, 15 minutes ago, we finished a session on lifestyle engineering. So this is the big topic, the major that I chose to follow here at Mars. And so it was led by a guy called Josh, and the session was really, really good. So he touched on a lot of points that I really relate to, about working in startups and feeling kind of disenchanted with it. um Trying to find a work-life balance, trying to find like a purpose in life. mm, Anyway, so he shared a lot about his experience that I could connect with, and he shared a lot about what we will attempt to do together, which I feel extremely excited about. So stuff around like doing little projects quick, rapid iteration, exploring how to make money, or how to engineer our lifestyle to give us what we want, whether it's time to work on creative projects, money, stuff like that. So who knows what will come out of this, but I left this meeting feeling like this is really, really the right choice, really what I want to be doing at this moment. Yeah, so I think that's it for today. This is my first update at Mars. I will continue doing my vlogs, probably a bit more regularly than the past few months. But yeah, so far I'm pretty happy. The living conditions here are quite harsh. It gets quite cold at nights. It's definitely uh um it's also quite windy from time to time, so it's not for the faint-hearted, I would say. But I think the community that has been gathered here really makes up for that. And I'm so far I'm quite happy to be here. So yeah, I'll leave you with just a view of what's around. My shadow even longer. Alrighty, take it easy. See you in the next one.